One of the big things right now, the big issue I guess around the NFL was Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
And it's something that I struggle with. My dad's a career military man himself, and thinking about his career and what it meant. Here's a player I thought did something that was such a distraction for the team and for himself on a personal level. But after taking a step back and realizing he did something, even though his approach couldn't have been, isn't what everybody wouldn't have done and could be seen as drastic, his reasoning was legitimate. And I think he has something that is so many athletes are criticized for not having a real social conscience or really standing up. Here's a guy who stood up for something that I think affects a lot of other people and not just himself. And for that, I have to respect that. And it's right or wrong in your eyes or my eyes or anybody else's, he started a stronger conversation, which is what he meant to do. And I think at the end of the day, once it gets past him him kneeling and gets back to the social conscious conversation that he wanted, then I think his message can be delivered in a way that was intended.
I agree. If there is dialogue and there's a solution to this, I believe in the First Amendment, right for a person to speak its mind. Only in this great country, folks, can you do this. And I think that I think that there would have been another way to go ahead and protest. Listen, we go back to protest, my God, all the way back to Vietnam War when they were burning the flag. Gee whiz. But I am number one an American first. I absolutely love the national anthem. I absolutely love looking at that flag. And to tell you that when my father passed away and they put that flag, my dad was a Navy guy, and they placed that flag in my mother's lap, that just tore my heart apart. I just think there is another way to do it.
Well, I think it's really hard to put history in perspective as it's happening. And make no mistake about it, I think that's exactly what's happening here with Colin Kaepernick. You look at how his actions were viewed within the first 24 hours, drastically different than they're being viewed now a couple, 3 weeks later. You know, although I disagree with him using the anthem as a forum, I do agree with his message of wanting to start a conversation which would exact a change. The conversation has started, not only around the country, but for us in our league, more importantly, in every locker room. Mission accomplished. Now, whether the change occurs, only time and history will tell.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as a coach, coaches are paid to win football games, and so they want their team focused on winning, and that's their job. The only thing is, even coaches, as important a social issue as this is, they have got to be focused on this as well.
I don't think everybody's going to agree on all sides of this issue like no issue, but I do think most level-headed people can see multiple sides of an issue, whether you agree with it or not, and understand the take that he
start a conversation.
That he wants to start a conversation. And as you said, Howie, not only has he started a conversation, he's also donating his money, $1 million out of his pocket. The San Francisco 49ers have done the same. The Green Bay Packers and Mike McCarthy each have donated $100,000, all to local organizations to try and help the relationship between the community and the local police department. And if we get that and that conversation going, then maybe change will actually happen. Jay Glazer joins us right now with a little bit more on this. Jay, when this all started, people were wondering would Kaepernick even make the team.
Right.
How is it standing right now? And what are other teams talking about with potential protests or demonstrations today?
Well, Colin Kaepernick's made a complete 180. Here was a guy a year ago was at an island away from everybody else in that locker room. And now he's actually brought the entire team together. As you're saying, even the owners of the team are donating money to charity. But Nate Boyer, you guys know I have a military charity with. He's a former Green Beret and former Seattle Seahawk. He went and met with Colin Kaepernick and showed him text messages from military. This is the effect that you're having on people. As a result of that, Nate has also been brought to go talk to the Seattle Seahawks. He talked to the players there, coaches and GM there. They're going to lock arm in arm today, together as a team, unified. Nate told me also that there's been a group chat from team captains throughout the NFL going on all week, including this morning, about what they should do as well. And as far as coaches are concerned, they said, most of the coaches I talked to said, they talked to all their players saying, listen, guys, if you're going to make a stand, just understand what stand you're making and making sure it's for the right reason. Understand the ramifications.
All right. Also, I think today being 9/11 is going to have a huge impact as to whether or not some people decide to make a protest very public on this Sunday or not.